third base. Let's pretend that light post or that light is a man on third base. I can look at him all the way through. I can come to a balanced position, and I can step off. Let me start from the beginning. 3 moves. First move is set, step off. Do I need to throw the ball?
No.
Next move, come set, come balance, step towards third base. Do I need to throw the ball?
You have to throw it.
How many people think that I need to throw the ball? Do I have to throw the ball? How many people think that I don't have to throw the ball? If I come set and I come balance and I step towards third base, I have to throw the ball, right? Yes. So, but you know what's funny about that is that a lot of people won't call that.
That's the one they just changed, right?
Yeah, they won't call that. A lot of people, you know, that's an MLB rule.
Like 2 years ago, right?
Yes, MLB rule. They just implemented that if you come set and you come balanced and then you step towards third, you have to throw the ball. A lot of umpires won't call it because they're not used to the new rule and whatnot. But if you step off that way, you have to throw the ball. So your 3 moves are 1, step off, you don't have to throw. Next move is come balance, step off. You're supposed to throw the ball. Again, if you don't get called for it, if the umpires aren't calling it, good for you, because for me, I wouldn't instruct an umpire to call it because they haven't been calling it for 20 years. I'm not going to instruct them to call it now, but technically, if you step off the rubber later on in life, in high school or college or whatnot, you're supposed to throw the ball to third base. Next move, of course, is come set, balance, and throw the ball. In the Mustang division, there is no stealing of home allowed. There's no stealing of home allowed, but you can run on a pass ball. Or a wild pitch. You guys got that? That was a big argument last year. It's like, oh, you can't steal home. That's technically not stealing home. Yes, that's not stealing home. On a pass ball, that's a wild pitch, so you're able to take home plate. Right? You can still get thrown out, but you can take home plate. Does everyone understand that? Right? Initially, what I'm teaching my players to do is I'm teaching my players to take a lead from third base, left, right, shuffle, shuffle. I tell them to stay close because a right-hander can come to a balanced position and throw me out at third base. But as soon as that front foot goes forward, what I'm teaching them to do is take a large secondary lead. I'm telling them to take such a large secondary lead that they're almost halfway to the home plate because they can't steal home. And this drives the other coaches crazy. Because the other coaches are going, you can't steal, why are you having to take such a big lead? It's like, yeah, he can't steal, but if your catcher doesn't catch that ball, he's going to be 2 steps to scoring because he's taking such a big secondary. Once that ball gets by, his momentum's coming forward. As soon as that ball gets by, he's going to score. Okay, any questions on that? Lefties, just take everything that I said and just flip it backwards. Lefties, I'll show you a good move for lefties. Good move for lefties is that coaches are going to teach kids, and this one gets me every time, gets my kids all the time. Come set, right? A lefty is looking at first base. I got to pretend I'm a lefty. Okay. It's even hard for me to pretend I'm a lefty. I got to turn this way. Okay, so now. No.
That's a righty. That's a lefty.
Now, first base is behind me, right? No, I'm sorry. I like this, so I want to look at you guys. Okay, I'm throwing with my left hand. Okay, I'm throwing with my left, and I want to look at first base, so I'm going to be looking this way. Okay. So I'm throwing with my left hand. I'm looking at first base. Here's the move. Come set. Right? I'm in a balanced position. Pitchers, you come set, balance. Right? I tell my lefty to come set, come balance. I teach my kids to move as soon as that front foot moves, right? So pitchers, what they'll do, lefties, if they'll come from a set position, they'll come up. Instead of, if your foot comes forward, you cannot pick to first base anymore. As a lefty, if I come set as a lefty and I come balanced and my front foot goes forward, I cannot go to first base, right? But this is the move that gets me every time. Set, balance, and instead of going forward, the kids drop their feet. right? So they come, set, balance. Instead of coming forward, they go like this. Come, set, balance, drop. And then if they're going to pitch, they come forward. But if they pick to first base, they're going to come, set, drop, and then step to first base and throw the guy out at first. What this teaches them, why it throws it off is because your next move that you're teaching your runners to do after they take their left, right, shuffle, shuffle, is that when the balance comes up, you're looking for the front foot to go forward. So lefty, normally what he would do is come set, balance, and then front foot would come forward and he would pitch the ball.